The night is silent, the kind of silence that presses against your chest. It makes every breath feel heavy. Your car hums along an empty road, tires crunching over gravel. The moon is hidden behind clouds, shrouding trees in shadows that twist like living fingers. And then, something moves. A figure steps onto the road, impossibly tall, its silhouette twisted and inhuman. Horns curl from its skull, glinting faintly in the darkness. Eyes that seem to swallow light stare back at you. Unblinking, you freeze. The air grows colder. The sound of snapping branches behind you makes your heart leap into your throat. This is the Goatman. Not just one, but many. Across America, in forests, swamps, bridges, and lakes, it stalks the night. Some say it is the result of mad science, others a curse born from hatred and blood. And yet, every sighting shares the same signature: terror, fear, death, or at least the memory of it. Tonight, we followed the trails of Maryland, Texas, and the Deep South. We uncover legends older than the roads we travel, stories whispered in hushed tones by those who dared to cross paths with the Horned Nightmare. You think you know monsters, but you do not know the Goatman. The Beltsville Goatman, Maryland's axe-wielding horror. In the 1970s, the quiet town of Beltsville, Maryland, became the epicenter of terror. Lovers' lanes, darkened roads, and abandoned fields became hunting grounds for a creature no one could explain. Locals called it the Beltsville Goatman, a half-human, half-goat abomination with an axe in its hands. Eyewitnesses claimed it was born from a government experiment gone horribly wrong. Some say a scientist, obsessed with human-animal hybrids, injected intelligence and aggression into a goat-human chimera. Others insist it was something older, something that had always lingered in the shadowy woods. One night, a young couple parked under the cover of trees. The moon was hidden. All was silent, until the sound of snapping branches echoed from the darkness. A figure emerged, towering, muscular, with fur matted and glinting in the faint starlight. Horns arched from its skull, its eyes dark and bottomless, locked onto the couple. In a flurry, it raised an axe. Screams pierced the night, echoing across a forest. The couple survived, but never spoke of what they saw. Reports weren't just limited to human encounters. Farmers discovered mutilated animals torn apart with surgical precision. No predators were responsible. Whatever this creature was, it had intellect and malice. The Beltsville Goatman wasn't a fleeting story. Over the years, the reports trickled in, the snatches of a scream, the hollow eyes staring from the edge of a cornfield, the fleeting shape disappearing into the shadows. Maryland learned quickly, if you drive down the back roads after dark, you're never truly alone. The Lake Worth Monster, Texas's chaotic beast. Far to the south, in Lake Worth, Texas, 1969 brought its own nightmare. Teenagers who came to swim in camp reported sightings of a strange creature, half man, half goat, covered in hair, moving with uncanny speed. Unlike the stealthy Beltsville Goatman, this one was brazen. Tires were hurled at cars, Shouts and screams echoed across the water. One eyewitness described it standing on two legs, muscles rippling, eyes burning like embers. It charged toward a car, and the teens fled. Tires squealing, hearts pounding. Others claimed it leapt across trees and fences like a phantom, vanishing without a trace. The Lake Worth monster embodied chaos. It was unpredictable, violent, and utterly terrifying. Unlike the calculated terror of Maryland, this Goatman madness was raw, primal, a force of nature given form. Some skeptics said it was a hoax, but the scratches on cars, the flattened campsites, the terrified witnesses. Some things defy rational explanation. Lake Worth remembers, and even today, locals swear on moonless nights they hear the clattering of hooves and a guttural growl from the trees. Journey further south, and the Goatman takes on a different form. In rural towns, swamps, and crossroads, folklore tells of horned men stalking the night. These aren't modern creations or science experiments. They are shadows of ancient fear. The devil, in the form of a goat, wandering the backwoods, claiming souls and sowing terror. Farmers spoke of goats that seemed intelligent beyond nature, staring with burning eyes before vanishing into the mist. Travelers warned of crossroads where the air itself felt wrong, where a shadowed figure could appear without sound and vanish just as suddenly, leaving only the scent of wet earth and fear. These southern Goatmen are tied to superstition, to curses, and to the violence humans inflict on one another. They embody both folklore and warning. Respect the woods, respect the unknown, or pay the price. And finally, the legend that chills even seasoned cryptid hunters. Goatman's Bridge in Denton, Texas. Known also as the Old Alton Bridge, it is said to be haunted by the vengeful spirit of Oscar Washburn, a black man lynched by the Ku Klux Klan in the late 1800s. Local lore tells that Washburn's body was desecrated, but his spirit did not rest. Now the Goatman emerges from shadow and mist, a horned hybrid, blending folklore and ghostly vengeance. Reports are relentless. Drivers hear growls from under the bridge. Cars stall inexplicably, and shadows move along the tree line. Some have felt scratches on their vehicles, or glimpsed glowing eyes just beyond the fog. Hikers describe a sensation of being watched, footsteps following even when the path is empty. One chilling account tells of a young couple crossing the bridge after midnight. The fog thickened unnaturally. A guttural roar echoed beneath the bridge. Their car shuddered. The horned figure appeared at the tree line, staring through the mist. They drove through the night, hearts racing, but when they looked back, nothing. Only the lingering sound of growls fading into the distance. Goatman's Bridge is not just a place. It's a trap for fear itself, where legend and reality blur, and the living brush against the vengeance of the dead. Maryland, Texas, the Deep South. Different places, different stories, yet one truth binds them. The Goatman is never just one monster. It is a recurring shape of fear, taking on forms that terrify each generation, each region, each traveler who dares to wander after dark. Some say the Goatman feeds on fear. Others claim it punishes those who trespass where humans should not tread. Perhaps it is both, an ancient reminder that darkness still walks the world. So the next time you drive down a lonely road, cross a rickety bridge, or wander into the woods at night, listen. The snapping of a branch, the scrape of hooves, the heavy, unnatural breathing. You might not be alone. Would you dare cross Goatman's bridge alone in the dead of night? Or would you turn back, praying you're not already being followed? If you survive this tale, subscribe. But remember, curiosity comes with a price, and some things follow you home. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.